So this is your sign today to just stop where you are and see if you are truly in alignment with what you want. If you think about what it is that you want and you sit with it and you feel how you'll feel when you get there, then ask yourself, are the things that you do in your day-to-day in alignment with that? What's up? It's So Wavy. This is my channel. I am Source and I'm bringing you all things Source. So I have transformed my entire life just by activating my source code, shifting my belief system, rewiring the subconscious, and now I'm truly creating a reality that I like, that I love, that I enjoy. So I'm bringing you all of this and sharing it with you. And I had to take a deep breath for a second. On this journey, filming, recording my music, filming this channel, creating my clothes has been one thing that I have seen change and grow tremendously with me shifting my reality. A lot of people call it manifestation, quantum leaping, a change of heart, change of spirit, whatever you may call it. There are many terms for what we're doing, but it is all one thing. So here is where you can find a lot of things, because I've been trying to figure out what to do with this channel. I've been thinking about it, right? I've been thinking about it and going about it from the outside in. And that's what today's video is actually going to be about, because I have now decided that I am just going to use full source to share this information, because I can only share what I know, what I'm tapped into, what source allows me to share, what I receive, what I've experienced, right? And that's what makes this so personal. So instead of trying to find all these methods or how to create a video or how to educate people on this type of information, I'm just going to share what I have to share, because I'm not a teacher. I'm a student. I'm a student just like you. I just might have done a few extracurriculums, or I might just be presenting my project today. That's all it is. So let's lock in, let's tap in, and let's activate our source code today. So you're trying to win by using someone else's playbook. You're trying to manifest with someone else's methods. So you are unique to you. This life, your life is unique to you. Your desires are authentically yours. Everything that you want, who you are, that is all you. So trying to look at someone else and take their methods, or trying to use techniques that might not align with you, are not going to get you the reality that you want. It's not going to help you materialize things. It's not going to give you the ability to manifest things that you want into this physical reality. So a lot of times, like myself, like I'm going to use example with doing this channel, I've been looking at other people and I'm like, well, how do they give their information? You know, I've like trying to study and learn, and I kept coming back and I kept hitting walls. And I kept coming back to like my original way. Like, I'm just going to get up here and talk. I'm just going to flow. Like, it's okay for me to have an idea of what I'm talking about. And I do write a lot of this down in my journal. I have journals galore, right? I write these things down. I go through them with myself. These are life experiences. And then sometimes I'm just called to say something. And that's when it hit me. And that's where this video came from, that I'm just supposed to do what I'm called to do, but I cannot tap into that if I'm not connected to source. So when you are trying to create your reality, or you're trying to make a change in your life, you're trying to manifest whatever it is that you are trying to do, if you are disconnected from source, you are going to struggle with that. You're going to hit walls, because you are going to try to create from the outside in instead of the inside out. You're going to go on TikTok, you're going to scroll, you're going to be like, okay, that's how she made $1 million. Let me do exactly what she did. And then 10% into it, not even halfway through, 10% into it, you're burnt out, you're confused, you're stressed, because it's not in alignment with you. So if you want to create your reality, if you want to manifest anything, if you want to materialize anything, you have to connect with source. You have to activate your source code. You're going to have to ask yourself questions that really bring out the alignment. You're going to have to be like, What does this mean to me? How do I feel about this? Does this align? You're going to have to really sit with yourself, and you're going to learn things about yourself. You're going to have to connect with your true self, your true source. So you're going to have to stop asking what works for other people, what worked for them, and what aligns with you. What feels good to you, what feels true to you. You're going to have to connect with source. So when it comes to me creating this content, I have to connect with source, or I'm not going to be able to show up every day authentically for myself in a manner that feels good, that feels natural. Like when I am trying to do something somebody else's way and use somebody else's method, yes, I make progress. But what is progression if you're not going in the right direction? What is all of this hard effort for, all of this hard work for, all of this energy for, if you're not going in the right direction? In order to truly have anything you want, you have to know what it is that you truly want. You have to know your why. Like, you may want $1,000,000 for real, and that person may have wanted $1,000,000 for real, but your reasonings could have been different. This person might have grew up with a negative relationship with money, like they never had money and they were just never going to go back to that. So they knew that they had to do certain things, and they were willing to do certain things, and it was built into them that they could do this so they could reach this $1,000,000. They're like, you know what, I'm going to get up, I'm going to grind, I'm going to hustle, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to do hair on the side, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to do all this until I get where I want to be. Where you might not have had the same experience with money growing up, but you have just seen a life that you want that's expensive. So you have to find the route that works for you. For example, you may have a neat product that you want to sell, something that you make one time and you replicate and you just send off and you sell. Or you may be like me and you make music and you just want to share your music with the world and you make your money that way. Whatever it is, but your calling may be different. But if you're looking at their methods, you're like, okay, she's in school, she's working a job, she's doing hair on the side, she's selling hair on the side. Like, she does not sleep, so I am not going to sleep, and I'm going to have 4 different things going on. When you can't even remember to go to bed at the same time every day, you forget to eat breakfast. Like, that's not no shade to you. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying you really have to find what works for you in order to create your reality. Like me, I'm a certified yapper. I can actually talk. I can go in depth about things, and I can give many different perspectives on things. Like, especially if I know who I'm talking to, like how I'm talking directly to you right now, and I know that you needed to hear this, and I know that the way that I'm breaking it down just touched something in you. I have that ability. That is my strong suit. So for me to try to plan out a script, like plan out the points I'm going to touch, like this is like actual teaching and education, even though you will gain something from this. I am sharing knowledge. But me trying to do that takes away from source. It takes away from my authentic gifts and my authentic powers. So you have authentic gifts, you have authentic powers, and you need to connect with source. You need to start journaling. I'm always going to recommend journaling, and I have some great journals at iamsource.com that you can check out. The link is going to be in the description. You need to journal. You need to get to know yourself. You need to let your mind flow free. A lot of people are scared of journaling because they're like, I don't know what to say. You're not supposed to know what to say. You're not talking to anyone. You're just letting everything flow out on paper. That's all. And you're going to go through that. You're going to write it out. And you're going to get to know yourself. Ask yourself questions. Why am I doing this? Does this feel right? Is this in alignment with what I'm doing? When I started this journey, because I've actually been on this journey my entire life. We all have. But when I intentionally got on this journey and I started shifting like this, like this, like this, at first it didn't feel like shifting, because there were no major changes. But then I started to look at my habits. Like, I could not get up without doing certain things. Like, I started eating differently. Exercise became a part of my day again. Creating became a part of my day again. The music started to flow back to me because I was in somewhat of a rut, because I was not abiding by source. I was not connected to source. I was hustling. I was working too hard, and it was all in the wrong direction, and it all led to blowout. It all led to burnout, but hell, blowout too, because I was in the wrong direction. I got a blowout. I had a flat on the side of the road, and I was like, what am I going to do? And then I just had to sit there on the side of the road for a second and just be like, you know what? I'm here because I'm not even going in the right direction, and this is not a negative thing. I didn't get burned out. I didn't have this blowout on the side of the road or anything to be punished. It is for me to go in a different direction, to stop going down this road. So this is your sign today to just stop where you are and see if you are truly in alignment with what you want. If you think about what it is that you want and you sit with it and you feel how you'll feel when you get there, then ask yourself, are the things that you do in your day-to-day in alignment with that? Right? Then you need to go connect with source. You need to sit with source. You need to ask yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing? Source will answer you. Source will answer you. And you're going to have discernment. You have to increase your level of discernment. You're going to have to know when it's intuition and when it's fear. And it's all a journey. So don't feel stressed out or upset or anything when it doesn't come to you all at once. So I made this video because I received the download that, you know what, you're trying to use someone else's methods to get what you want. And that's not how it's going to work. You're going to have to use the methods that were made for you, because you came here with the blueprint, which is source. It gives you all the answers. It guides you. It is you. Source is you. You are source. And you are connected to it. You just have to get in there, activate it, reconnect to it, remember who you are. And then everything will start like unraveling in a sense. You know, it'll feel like magic the way things start happening for you and things start aligning. It will boost your confidence, because when you are doing something because it comes from source, you're not worried about what everyone else is thinking. And if you are, it's not that big of a deal. You can kind of put it to the side, or if you keep going, it'll eventually just kind of go away. So stop asking how they did something or how this person did it, and start asking, how are you going to do it? Because when it comes to creating your reality, you have to create it from you. You have to create it from within. And you want to really connect with yourself, talk with yourself, have these deep conversations, journal. I'm going to mention journaling like every time. Like, even if you say journaling it's not for you, you don't have to do it for fun or for sport. Do it because you're trying to create a reality. Like, I have a scripting journal that I created that I just write in. It's also available at I Am Source, but I just write in there when I'm like daydreaming, or when I am actually feeling the opposite of how I want to feel. I'll get in there and script and let my mind just flow and create. Like, you really want to let yourself put things on paper and just really get it out. But that is just really a good practice for you to connect with source better. There are so many other practices and techniques. Do what works for you. If you find out that journaling is not the method for you, then listen to that, right? Hell, maybe you need to go to the top of the mountain and scream. I don't know. I went to the top of the mountain yesterday. The walk down was terrible, but the getting up there felt so freeing and joyous. And it wasn't planned for me to walk the whole way up there, but I just feel like sharing that because that's kind of like, I don't know, like a metaphor in some sense. Like, sometimes to connect to source, you just kind of like gotta take the path and go and see where you end up. And if you end up on top of a mountain, just take it all in and then let it go on your way down. So that was me just sharing that. But I really want you to connect with source, connect with yourself so that you can create your reality, right? For example, me, everything that I'm doing now, I am truly aligning with myself. I am asking myself, like, what am I doing? And it's not so much like self-development or I'm always working on myself, but I am working towards creating the reality that I want every single day. Like today, you know, I've been saying I'm going to start planning my makeup. Today, I just felt so strongly called to do it. And I just did it. Like, after I worked on my tees, my shirts and things this morning, and I had some breakfast, I just went in, put the makeup on. I'm like, you know what, it's time to go film my video. Like, I got in flow, you know. So that's another way to know if you are going with source if you're going in the flow, because it won't feel so forced. It'll feel natural and it will align with what you want to do. So just like in those little ways, they seem so small, but they are really timeline shifts. Like every time you do something that you wouldn't normally do, or something that is in alignment with what you're doing, that's a timeline shift right there. That's a jump. Like you just created new possibilities for your life and for your manifestations to come true, and for things to materialize. So definitely tap into yourself, connect with source, find practices that work for you, and stop trying to do what everyone else is doing, because that might not be for you. I don't have the exact blueprint for you, but I'm simply here to remind you to give yourself a chance and tap into source and see what works for you. Because if you want that $1,000,000, or if you want to be a superstar or an artist or a doctor or whatever it is, the grand scheme of it all, like whatever you want for your life, it's possible. It exists for you. But my path, my method, their path, their method might not be the same. If they are working super hard to get somewhere and you have tried that and it's not working for you, stop going against the grain. Stop going against source, because you will be redirected. You'll never be punished, but you will be redirected. You will hit a wall. You will find yourself at a wall, and that wall could look differently for anyone. That wall could look like depression. That wall could look like burnout. That wall could look like a whole mess of a life that you never wanted. That wall could be something immediate in your face. No, but you will hit a wall. And if you keep forcing yourself to live unauthentically and keep forcing yourself to go against source, you are just getting further and further away from the life that you truly want, and you just won't be fulfilled. And that's just the honest truth. It's up to you. You are source. You can create the reality you want. You can live the life you want. Life is what you make it. So make it a grand one. Make it a beautiful one. Choose you. So before I leave out, I just want to say that you are source. I want to remind you that you are source, and your reality is created from your beliefs, your identity, your source code. So when you connect with that, you will create from within, and your outer reality will reflect that. Give it time. Don't rush it. Don't think about it too much. Don't worry about it. Just know that when you are creating from within, it will mirror you. It has no choice but to mirror you. So subscribe, like this video, comment any questions that you may have about source, about manifestation, materialization, shifting timelines, astrology, whatever, all things source, anything that has to do with you. Comment, because that might be the next video that I'm called to make. Like, share, and check out all things source at iamsource.com, where you can find resources, products like journals, and services that really transform your reality from the inside out. It's so wavy. I'm so happy to share this with you. I feel so good, and I'm just sending you all this love and energy because you deserve it. You're a superstar, babe. I'm a superstar, babe. We doing it.